Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of Even Eden. My name is Serafina Salas. I'm joined here by my dear friend Gaff. Say hi, Gaff.
Hey, hey.
Hey. So it's been a
Hi,
minute
hi.
since we've recorded an episode. Life has been lifing. The game has been gaming, and I asked Gaff to be on my podcast today because the collective is going through a major shift, and I think it's just very important for us to discuss it. So, Gaff, tell me what's going on with you. How are you doing? And how are you handling these shifts that have been coming in? Because I've noticed that your journey, it's like regardless of all of the warfare that you've been dealt, you still maintain this positive mindset. And so it's like I want to ask you, how has your mindset affected the way that you're perceiving the game right now and perceiving life?
It's just like really embracing being delusional. You know what I mean? Especially when you have so many people that are purposely holding you back. It's like that's where I feel like you and Taylor will inspire me with releasing that and just we can't stop. You know what I mean? And
Right.
seeing you and Taylor working out, I feel like I get so inspired by seeing you guys and like we all lift each other up. You know what
Totally.
I mean? And I feel like I want to take the targeting, like everybody says targeting's always been going on. So it's like, okay, well, what are we going to do about it now? Right? What are we going to do right now? Let it go. Act
100.
so delusional, act like it's not happening.
Yep.
If something does bother you, immediately retract it with something positive. And that's in any aspect with like downing yourself, downing your looks, acknowledging a gang stalker. Let's, everything's always working out for me.
Yep.
And like, we have nothing else to lose. They took everything else. You know what I mean? But it's like, we need to really just, everything is energy. And it's like, let's take this to the next level and all just fight back. This can sound corny, but fight back with love and prayer. I'm at the point where I'm praying for everybody that came against me. Because do you feel like it's like God is almost continuously sitting you down so that you go out into the world like Christ?
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, it really, like, it's thing after thing after thing where I'm like, okay, I think it's like, I got to change something within me. So it's like, I just keep trying to,
For sure.
you know,
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is that there's nothing to change but self. Nothing. And so that this is the whole point of this episode, the direction that I kind of want to go in. And thank you for, segueing that beautifully because even the Bible says, it's like um it's like being kind to your enemy will reap coals on their head. And so it's like the definition of kill them with kindness because they can't
yeah.
fathom that. The way that we can't fathom their evil, they can't fathom our kindness because it's
Yep.
genuine. Because it's
Yeah.
like because we are connected to source, so we actually have this deeper understanding of the higher purpose of what that does because the true esoteric teachings of Christ are to release us from the wheel of karma. That's what's happening here on earth. And that's like the revival of this wisdom that's going on right now. Is that everybody has been stuck on the wheel of karma, just gaining more karmic debt, by being anchored in fear and the seven deadly sins and all of that. All of that stuff will keep you stuck, looping. This is why people are looping in the realm of distortion and so blind to their own patterns that they
Yeah.
stay stuck, and
Yep.
it's like the whole purpose is to be released from that wheel in order to ascend into your highest timeline, which is divinity, which is accessing the 888 infinite realm of abundance. And so that's the fucking mission here. And people seem to forget that because the negative polarity has kept everybody so traumatized that it's like, if you're still going to be traumatized in a victim mentality, they fucking won. And
Yep.
how you ensure that they don't win is you remember the truth of like, oh yeah, I have to dissolve any resentment, any attachment that I have to the old story in
Yep.
order to escape the wheel of karma through love, through forgiveness. Forgiveness is
Yeah.
never for them. It's for you. And so that's where people get forgiveness messed up. It's like forgiveness is basically the equivalent of just letting go. And
It-
that's how you do it. Through delusional self-belief. It's like
yeah,
remembering, bro, we are the magic. We are the AI. We are the miracle machine. These people
yeah.
they can't access the timelines that we can because they're not connected to love. They're not connected to truth.
And
And
it's literally the food. It's the chemical warfare that's keeping everybody
right.
right where they want them. And it's like until you make yourself uncomfortable, which I love that you have a lot of knowledge on this. It's like you got to be uncomfortable and just try fasting for one day, right? Try if for people that like the like gluten snacks or like it's like let go of one thing that you know that you need to let go of, let it go for 24 hours, let it go for a week, let it go for 30 days, and just see how you feel because I've experienced it with a lack of finances where you have to eat things that are bioengineered and all that. And you have to, it's very hard how you can get pulled into that and not think because of the chemicals and because of all these different spiritual warfare, everything that it's like people don't want to try. And it's like you got to get uncomfortable. And that's going to get right back to what you said, where, oh, this, it is going to be a good day. And then it's like get inspired by one thing that you said. And it's like that ripple effect of positivity. But
Mhm.
if you think that something is going to turn out in a negative way, it is because you said that it is.
Law of
And
assumption, baby. This universe abides by universal law. So people need to remember that. It's like the law of correspondence, as within, so without. And it's like, remember the power of your authority. As you mote it, so it shall be. Abracadabra, as you speak, you create. It's like everyone's been brainwashed to do negative self-talk. Everyone, and like you said, with the food and the chemicals and everything, it's like everyone needs to drink more water and eat less food. Like point
yes,
blank period.
yeah,
Because what has really changed my life is not only fasting, as I used to fast like very frequently. I used to fast 3 times a month. I've taken a break. I probably only fast maybe once a month now for 3 days.
yep,
But what that has shifted in me is creating such a sense of mindfulness. I have the privilege to eat whole foods, and it's like my body doesn't even want the other stuff anymore. It's like only things
yeah.
with one ingredient. Because it's like that's like, but that and it's a process to get there, but like it's also noticing just like how how crazy this agenda is that we're facing, that we're dealing with. Because look what happened with, the Epstein files. Why is nobody talking about the children anymore? What's going on? That
Is
was
it,
it.
it's,
You know what I
is
mean?
that,
Yeah.
a spell?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or we released that, right, to get the attention, and then it's right back over to all these other things. And
Right.
it's again like it almost like they're releasing things in stages. They want to see how they react,
Well,
take the loose from that.
they're testing the consent and the compliance of humanity. It's a slow drip. And it's
Yep.
like people, and I feel like, it's like, what is that, Zoolander? When Will Ferrell, when he's like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. It's like he has one look. It's like
What
that's what's
is
going on.
this?
I feel like I'm going fucking crazy because I'm like, hello, like, is anybody is anybody seeing what they're doing? Because it's the same thing, and everyone's just in agreement of like, oh, well, what can we do? We're just one person. And I'm like, no.
I think I think there's still that aspect for as many people that believe it. I think there's still that aspect of like the NPCs again from the chemical warfare that people something like that they're gonna just naturally block it out of their mind. And then it's like people automatically assume that they are a small fry. They can't do anything. You know what I mean? And it's like we the people actually have the power. So even like we've been saying in our episodes, like even people just simply visualizing, simply starting with yourself, even like if we backtrack even before fasting, say a compliment out loud, say a compliment out loud, pray when you wake up. And that's the thing too, not just with targeted people, but for everybody is really realizing the power of prayer and realizing we're all energy. So it's that you have to imagine life as a video game, even if that sounds dumb to you.
Oh,
Just try it.
I mean, that's quite, thank you for saying that because this is like, I feel like this is going to be like the theme of the episode because it's the new moon in Taurus, you know, shout out Taurus gang gang. But
I'll be outside with my gang gang.
gang gang. I can't I can't stand you. Okay. Anyways, but it's the new moon in Taurus, right? And so it's like I literally I'm a day ahead here in Bali. And yesterday I literally experienced like a revival of the remembrance of how like and like how this is played because guys, when you can understand that this is a simulation, the Matrix, if you want to call it whatever, right? It's like I know that to be true. I know it to be true. But it's like, and it's so much more spiritually and tech advanced. This is like the things I've talked about in the past about the mimic grid and like just like, you know, and I know this collective has resonated with getting attacked by direct energy weapons, you know, voice to skull, like all of the crazy, like literal, like Nazi Germany war tactics that they've used, you know, it's like,
Yeah.
but times a million because you need to remember who the fuck you are and why you
Yeah.
actually came into this simulation. It's
Yep.
to completely transform it, to completely
Yep.
transform it. And so it's like when you can play it like a video game, how you perceive reality is how you will create it. If you perceive it
Yeah.
like a game, remember your power is like being one with the infinite and all-powerful creator. It's going to show up like a game and you can start viewing these obstacles, these challenges in your life as if you've set them up because you did, right?
Yeah.
And then you can overcome them because you'll intuitively know how to because but you're back in connection, you're back in communion with the source of all things,
Yep. But
right?
it's like how can we phrase that for somebody? I'm like thinking of a legit way to like spoon feed this because there's people that, dude, they're gonna hear this and they're gonna be like, okay, these two freaking fairy dust princesses living
Right.
in their delusional bubble. But like, again, you gotta be that way, but you don't have to say it out loud.
Right?
You can think these things, right? Start off by thinking it. When you're alone in your car, when you're in the shower, I am the luckiest person I know. I'm
Right?
the best looking person I know. Whatever you want to say it. And it's like people just have to get in that habit. And it's like, don't be afraid to feel stupid. Don't be afraid of, or don't care what anybody thinks because anybody who's really doing something isn't going to be looking at you,
Right?
you
Well,
know?
everybody's too caught up worrying about themselves. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like it's like this fear of being because this is something I'm dealing with what like I've gone through it, and then I have several clients that are going through this right now too. The initiation of visibility. You have this fear of being seen, like of, but it's not being seen; it's being perceived. And it's
Yep.
like, and how you overcome this is by perceiving yourself as the best thing since sliced bread. You're like, I have, you know, it's like my work is deeply based off of the work of Carl Jung and Joseph Campbell. And in Joseph Campbell's Hero's Journey, he talks about, you know, going through the trials and then coming back with the elixir. Everything that
Yep.
you've been through is actually your medicine to help heal others. And this is like what people get confused about of like not knowing their purpose. It's like, dude, your whole life story is the roadmap to your purpose.
Yep.
Everything, nothing, God did not waste a thing. Everything was on purpose for a purpose.
Yep.
100%.
Dude, you just reminded me of something that I just said today to a client. It's remember what you asked for when you're going through everything that you're going through and you're wondering, you know what I mean? When
Hmm.
is it going to work out for you? These are the things that are leading you to what you asked for. So for me, it's like this hot ass bus, right? The bucket toilet, the bucket chronicles, but being humbled beyond belief and re-humbled. It's like God is literally shaping you. And it's like so many people I love remind me of it too on Facebook that like this wouldn't be happening if you were either on the break of something, meant for more, whatever stage anybody's at. It's like, let's go, man. Embrace the struggle. And I've been struggling for so long that I'm like, I will eat this shit for breakfast and I will literally spat it at you because I'm just get out of my way, you know? I feel like it's that oh my God, that new Lotto song where she's like, "Get out the way, ho." And then I'm literally like, they all want me begging for change, ho. I'm like, no more.
Right.
You know, it's just positive, positive. love. And that's why I made a video on that. I'm like, guys, I get that this isn't gonna, not everybody's gonna dig this, not everybody's gonna get it. But it's like you reach a point where it's like something's got to change and you got to be the change, even when you don't know how.
Totally. I mean, you have greatness oozing from your pores, baby. Even in the hot bus, like, it's like you're still fabulous. And you're fucking and your haters know it, you know? So
Dude,
it's
back
like
at you. It's that glow, that undeniable glow that God is within you, but it's what you want to, it's your intention too, that you want to give back to other people.
fully.
And that can't be, it can't be faked.
No,
So
totally. I mean, the thing is that the thing about being like a chosen one and the thing about the people who have been targeted on this path, the reason, and this is what I want like this collective to understand too, is that a lot of people still don't understand why they've been targeted. It's because of the purity of your heart, dude. It's
yeah.
like to live in this realm with a pure heart, and to go through all this and still want to trust people, still want to be giving, still want to be kind. That is something that like you are touched by the creator because of that, dude, because it's like that doesn't happen here. The amount of corruption, the amount of people that just, it's easy to succumb to the devil's tricks. It's easy to take the shortcuts. And if you're really on this path, you know that there's no such fucking thing as a shortcut. There's not. I
Yeah.
mean, there is obviously like the manifestation techniques that will work that can be considered cheat codes, right?
Yeah.
But it's like when it comes to doing things the righteous way, it's like if you want to keep it, you have to do it through righteousness. You have to do it through pure intentions. Otherwise, God can shake that tree and the foundation will crumble if it's not built like that.
Yeah,
Um,
it's right. Like what you're putting out, you're going to give back. And even though people hurt you first, for me, I've motherfucked a lot of people online for a long time. So when people sabotage me online, I literally think, well, I'm not mad. Whoever wants to like make some like the actor comments, the Fed comments, thank you so much. Like whatever people want to say, especially after being projected as so mentally ill, I'm like, I have to own that, let them do their thing because I also joked about the people that hurt me. I didn't need to say all the things that I said. I could have just presented facts, but like I tried to make it funny for myself to transmute the energy, and not everybody's going to recognize that. So when people sabotage me online, I'm like, well, all in a day, all in a day, baby. It's not a big deal. And that
right?
everybody has the right to their opinion, and that's not who you are, you
Totally.
know?
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, so I think people just need to remember that like everything like nothing has been a punishment. And so this is like let's talk about because you talk about transmuting because this is like how we're gonna, evolve from one stage to the next. And I want to also, clarify by saying like people see the timeline that I'm in now, and it's weird because it's like I can feel a disconnect of people not understanding that like I have been through the exact things and then some, to get here. And it's like for me to finally be in a timeline of like abundance and like beauty and love and joy and being able to give back when I can. It's like I this is part of like why I do the work that I do is because it's like, dude,
yeah,
I like people see the end result and they want to hate on it. They want to, be like, she doesn't know, she doesn't understand. Yes, the fuck I do, you
yeah,
know? And so it's like, bro, you don't even know like the shit I had to go through, the freaking losses that I took, and the looping and the misery and the despair. And it's like, and then what it fucking took for me to escape that was like by the skin of my teeth, it felt like very for a very
yeah,
long time.
yeah,
And it's like it's been so insane. And then it's like now that I'm here, I'm like, okay, I want to give this back to others. I have the elixir. I came back, right?
yeah,
And but it's like people are so caught up in their victim mentality that
yeah.
they don't want to take it because unconsciously, and let's just call a spade, they're addicted to it. They
There,
like it.
it's familiar, and people again, it's you got to be uncomfortable to get to the version that you want to be. And a lot of people, that's what the society's banking on, is everybody choosing comfort. And it's to look at you because you were online when you were going through the stuff back in the day. So it's like, to choose.
I was semi online, but like it was
Oh, my
like
bad.
but no, but like the videos back then, it was like I deleted them since, but I still have them. But it's
Oh,
like it was like literally like me like, being like this witch like tried to steal my destiny and all, and it was me being a victim. And
yeah.
it was crazy.
Well, I'm not saying yeah that you're a victim, but that like literally correlates with what I was going to say. It's like people can either choose to see what you look like now, and it's like some people obviously are going to be like, okay, well, how does she look like that? How is she living this life? And it's like, again, nobody was there when you were working your ass off, when you were in the devil's den making money, and you chose to kind of lean back when you were going through it to not put that energy out there. And now, like you said, you have the elixir. So you're choosing to put that good energy out for the collective. And people aren't seeing it like that. They're going to choose because of where they're at to look at you and assume what they want, because seeing you is also making them uncomfortable, because it's like it forces people to be like, oh, well, I could look like that if I did this, this, and this. But it's like you're choosing comfort. Like people will be like, how are your teeth so white? I oil pull twice a day. I choose oil pulling over food. I choose because, again, like, not that we want to, like, we are the elites. And what do elites do? Work on your physical form and become the best looking version of yourself, because you are a representation of yourself. And even though everybody wants to zap us and literally make us as uggo as possible, we have
Hmm.
the power to say, I am transmuting all negative energy coming at me right now. I call my power back. I call my beauty back. I call everything back to me now. And it's like people don't think to take these steps. And like you said, they're in their victim mentality, and you will forever be there if you don't get the fuck up. I feel so
Right.
motivational right now. You get
Right.
your ass out there and you find that fucking dog.
Okay, Miss Libby.
Nudie magazine day. But it's true, dude. It's like
So
we
done.
gotta wake the fuck up. And it's like I just resonate with what you said, with people seeing you as inspired. And it's the demon in them, because chosen or not, you're still being spiritually attacked. If you're full of parasites, this and that, the demons are still gonna try to get at you and see the love that you're putting out there and be like, oh, she's fake. And it's like, you're lazy.
Hmm.
And I am not, and I don't want people are going to say that and be like, wow, I've been through this, this, and this. And it's like, no, start with a compliment. Start
Right.
with thinking you don't even have to do anything. What can you think is going to benefit you? It's like the little, you got to keep going back pedal, back pedal, back pedal until you can go forward.
Well, and it's also changing your thoughts, and because it's like this is I just started a new series that I'm going to continue with on my Instagram and TikTok. It's cheat codes to the game, which is the universal law of
Mhm.
mentalism. Everything starts in the mind. And this is
Yep.
like every freaking and Tay talks about this too, because all the books she's been reading. It's like every successful person will always tell you it's about your thoughts. Because it's like if you believe that you can, then you will.
Yep.
If you believe that you can't, you already lost. You're done,
Yep.
and so it's like this is like what has been installed in us as, people that have been chosen for this mission, is that undeniable grit of like, knock me down, I am the phoenix, bitch, I will get back up, and I
Yes.
come in, I'm a freaking linebacker,
Yeah.
and so that's the mentality though. And it's like, yes, like we may get knocked down for a little bit, but it's like this is the importance of self-care, because it's like we talked about in the very beginning of the episode, nothing to change but self. Nothing to change but self. You are your greatest project. This
Yep.
is what you have to understand, because it's like, in regards to your beauty, and God will start blessing you like with everything once you start making the steps to show God that you are committed, that you are not going to, it's like you need to, it's like no one's coming to save you but you. That's true, but it's like once, because you got to give God something to work with, man. Once you,
Getting slow, right?
yeah, yeah, because once you can access the vibration of not just hope but faith that
Yep.
because it's like if you don't have faith, then you don't have shit, literally. It's like because I look back at myself on this journey, And it's like my mindset, and I'm actually going to play something. I discovered a voice note that I took literally
Yeah.
last year. And it was like, bro, this is what happened to me in 1 year. I went from this to this, right?
Oh, wow.
But it's like, I look back now because where I'm at now, I'm living in like a beautiful fucking life where I'm able to bless people. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, thank you. I live in gratitude. Gratitude is another cheat code to the game, guys. Gratitude, delusional self-belief, and faith. It's quite literally. And then universal laws. Understand them and
Yep.
know them. Live them, right? But it's like, I look back at like, and I'm gonna play this. I can't even believe how little faith I have. But I mean, the spiritual attacks, this goes to show how crazy the spiritual attacks were. Because I had the belief, and this is a belief I had to delete, that people could actually take things from me. The reason why the witches were able to steal my spiritual gifts and why they were able to steal my beauty is because I believed that they could.
Yep.
Because they were playing magic tricks on me that made it like they were casting illusions that I basically accidentally consented to because they can't do anything without your consent. So you have to come out of agreement and you have to call back all of your agreements at the end of the day before you go to bed. I come out
Yep.
of agreement that anything that I make, consciously or unconsciously, past, present, and future, all timelines in all realms and dimensions, right?
Oh, wow.
And so because the reason why they were able to get away with like, like stealing all this stuff from me is because these were open loopholes from a different past life.
Yeah.
So then I believed it in this life that it could happen until I retracted my belief, I retracted my attention, and I put all that attention focused on myself, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna play this shit because I found it the other day when I was making a voice note for just this project I was working on. And I was like, what is this, bro? You guys are gonna trip out. Hold on. Let me make sure my volume's
I
up.
need
Okay.
a sip. I'm so dehydrated.
This is for every divine being who has ever looked in the mirror and seen a monster. And they know it's not their face.
Oh.
They can't even fucking move or do anything because they've been robbed of everything that they ever knew loved about themselves. It's been taken from them. I wouldn't wish this torture on fucking anybody. This world is so evil.
Oh my God.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
That was so felt though.
Dude, but
Yeah.
okay, that was me a year ago. And that's when they were doing the beauty magic on me where it's like I was actually starting to show up in my purpose. I remember it so vividly. I was
Yep.
finally like showing up online. This is right after my brother passed away too. And it was like I was under super gnarly spiritual warfare. It was like right, like, dude, it was bad. And it was like all of that grief that I was going through then, it's because they were still attacking me because of my low vibration, because of my brother passing away. And it
Yeah.
was like um it was so fucking gnarly. And that's when the mimic overlay, when I have videos about mimic overlays,
Mhm.
and it's like I was looking in the mirror and it's like it was not my face. It was like a freaking mask on my face that it was like how I describe it, it was like a donkey ogre witch. It was fucking terrifying. Like, bro, it was like the shit out of fucking horror movies, dude.
Not the
Right?
donkey.
Yeah, I know. But it was fucking so scary. And I was like, and so that's why I was like so distraught because it's like I was still like trying to show up in my purpose and make videos, but they did that because they didn't want me to show up. They didn't want me to
Yeah.
transcend that timeline. So I was like looking in the mirror, every reflective surface, it was like it was the most gnarly torture. I can't even describe how horrible it was because after that whole journey I'd already been through, I couldn't even see myself correctly. I knew it wasn't my face, but it was like that's what I was seeing because these fucking people, they understand that how you perceive yourself is how the outer reality is going to perceive you.
Exactly.
And
That's why
and
they
so
do
the
what they do.
hmm and so
Like,
so they wanted me to perceive myself as a donkey fucking overwitch. So it's like, so that I would like so I would stop speaking out. So I would stop basically dropping the bombs of the secrets of what these evil fuckheads were doing.
yeah.
And so like that voice note right there, like this is what I'm saying. Like that was last year, dude. Like literally,
Yeah.
it's like from going from that to this, and like literally like, the best shape of my life. you like, abundantly blessed and living in Bali. And it's like, holy shit, man. I'm like in my purpose. I'm helping others. And it's like, I can't even believe the quantum leap that was
Yeah.
available to me once I like fully surrendered and I got really focused right after that. I got really, really focused. I was
And
like, I'm not going to live like this anymore. And I'm like, because I realized very quickly that no one was coming to save me. I knew it,
yeah.
you know? And I've had to have that realization many times on this path. And that's the whole point of being the Phoenix. You freaking get murdered and then you
Yep.
like boom, you're reborn. Murdered and then
Yeah.
boom, you're reborn. You're like, okay.
It's honestly like as you were saying that too, it's like the group of witches that were attacking you. It's like they tried to cover you in an energetic burlap sack. And dude,
Mhm.
it's like you literally just made a freaking supermodel gown with it. And you know what I mean? The way that you just transformed, it's like the lone wolf or sending you to the wolves and you come back leading the pack. It's like
Right.
energetically just the way you were able to take your power back because you knew that you could, because you knew that this was possible. And so many people, just with people that are way timelines back with like still thinking that they're going to be offed. And it's like,
Right.
no, the power of prayer. If it sounds stupid, pray anyway,
Well,
you
well,
know?
you can't just pray to nothing. You have to pray with the absolute
Intention.
knowing that it is already done.
Yeah.
And so this is like going back to the theme of the episode of remembering who the fuck you are, dude, because it's like now like after everything like listening to that voice note was hella empowering when because I haven't heard it since I made it, dude. And
Yeah.
I
Wow.
just rediscovered it a couple days ago and I was like, "Whoa, growth is wild." Because
Yeah.
it's like it's one of those things where it's like all of this and I'm finally in a place to actually say this, dude. All of it I get it now. I get it now. I get it why they were fucking scared of me. I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, because I'm a bad motherfucker. It's like they threw everything. And
Yeah.
I'm like, and now I'm fucking, coming for blood, right? But in the sense
Yeah.
of I'm going to change the world because I'm not going to get off this train until the mission's complete and they know it. And so now I've become this unstoppable force that like quite literally nothing can stop me but God, right? And God's given me the green light to just keep going,
Yeah. And
right?
just knowing that, like, and it sounds so silly to people, but like, you do have the power to change the world. You just
Mhm.
going out there and just impacting other people. Imagine if every single person did that. That's
Totally.
what we say all the time too. There's
Totally.
something else I was just going to say, but
Well, I mean,
yeah,
what I love is that like literally like one of my favorite things ever is witnessing other soul family members step into their power. It's one of my favorite
yeah,
things. I think it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Shout out Lisa Hickey, Shadow Warrior.
yeah,
Like literally, bro, like watching her journey, I'm like homegirl remembered who she was, It's like
yeah,
literally like seeing it because it's like I remember when it happened for me. It literally happened
yeah,
this time last year of like I was like, you know what? I don't care what other people think. I'm gonna talk about the witches. Let's talk about the witches. What the
yeah,
fuck they're doing? Because it was like
yep.
I was scared of like the people that are plugged in, the NPCs judging me, and I'm like, who gives a fuck what they think, bro?
Literally, who fucking cares, dude? You know how many people laugh at my shit? I'm like, all of you. But I love all of you, right? We got to change that
Right, right.
dialogue. That's something I still work on every day, everybody.
Right. But no. And the thing is, it's like, it's all love. It's all love, man. On a soul level, we have all chosen our experience. And it's all part of the divine plan, all of it. So it's like,
Right.
there's nothing to ever really worry about. It's like, it's like, we've talked about this before, but it's like, even when it doesn't feel like it's going your way, yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yep,
it is.
it is.
And it's like you like me now listening to that voice note at that time I was in arms with God, man. I was like, how dare you put me through
Yeah,
this? you know and
yeah,
now I'm on the other side of it and I'm like, I see. And it's like at that moment in time I could never perceive this mentality that I'm in right now because it's like I'm like, wow, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. And it's like I never ever ever desire to ever go back there, and the good news is I don't have to because I remember who I am. The whole
right.
purpose is to remember who you are. Remember your
Yep.
power, dude. And it's like, and the power starts with delusional, delusional, delusional self-belief, baby. That's
Yep.
it.
And right, like, and how we say too, it's like you are the universe. You literally have to
You are.
imagine every day because you actually are on stage, but like you're on stage, everybody else is just a background character. But if you see yourself as the background character, or for people who see what other people have, it's like, again, back to square one, compliment yourself out loud. Say a compliment in your water. Like any sign of self-doubt, change it. Just think of just making that one little step, and then that's going to inspire you maybe the next day do something different, like how we've been getting more into the gym. Like people, even people who don't go to the gym, go for a walk, do 10 squats every time you go to the bathroom. Like something so minuscule to build yourself up because it has to be that way. You can't just go from like here to here. It's like really building your foundation of, like you said, remembering who the fuck you are.
Well, it's the microcosm to the macrocosm, right? Because that's essentially us being the universe, because we each are our own little universe. We are
Yeah.
our awareness in our body. We are the God of this universe. That's the
Yeah.
truth. And people are gonna think that's blasphemy. No, the fuck it's not. It's the truth.
It's,
And
yeah.
and it's like this is Christ consciousness. This is like, the resurrection of like our Christed awareness is
Yep.
like when you are going through all of this, guess what? It's because you've been chosen to become a Christ. This is a privilege and an honor, dude. Yeshua himself had to go through this,
Yep.
right? And so it's like the Bible is technically a roadmap of of how to live in order to become a Christ.
Isn't it wild? And like really experiencing like so many people, because I've come across, I don't know about you, but people who believe that they are Yeshua reincarnated, but it's like we all, you know what I mean?
Oh,
We
dude,
all have like,
I have so many clients, and so I'm glad that you brought this up because I do want to talk about this because this is I have women that think that they're Mary Magdalene. I have um like men that think that they're Jesus, and it's because it's a template. So this is like before we came in like into this incarnation, we have been uh basically implanted with memories of a template of a life that our awareness has lived. Guys, we are all fucking one. So it's
yes,
like if you think that you have lived a life as Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, it's because your awareness has, because we're all one on a freaking grand level, right?
yep,
So it's like the reason the people that are actually resurrecting and the thing is you cannot have these memories and actually, believe them to be true about yourself unless you have gone through humiliation rituals, unless you have been, like gone through the Judas betrayals. It's like there is a step-by-step process. And so if you have been through these trials, of basically, on your pathway to become a Christ, it's like you'll have these memories because that's a template that you came into this incarnation with.
yep.
It's the remembrance of the truth. And so
It's,
it's not to say like, this certain person like, but because it's like a lot of people they get very ego driven about it, right? And it's about coming back into the remembrance of what's actually happening is it's our awareness.
yep. And it, right. And it just kind of shows, it's almost like we are, you are the Christ of your own movie,
Hmm.
you know?
Well,
But
so
people,
it's like being the chosen one. Yeah, the fuck you are the chosen one in your reality.
yeah, yeah.
In your
And
reality, you are. Yeah. I mean,
it's just
I'm
people,
for sure the
but
chosen one in my reality,
yeah.
you know?
And it, I feel like too, like you said, it's like people will get it. I feel like that's the spiritual warfare of it, like kind of with the ego, like a little thing, like thinking that they are like the legit one. And it's like just simple, like, I don't know, just what I'm trying to say, like expanding your mind. I'm so sorry, I lost that.
Well, no. So it's like remember,
Finish it, catch it.
no, but it's like remember, it's like we're all Neo in our own version of the Matrix, and we're all
Yep.
intersecting matrices,
Yep.
right? And so it's like we're all here. You know what
Yeah.
I just got is like have you seen that meme of the Spider-Man? Like they're all like like there's like three Spider-Mans and they're all like pointing their fingers at each other. Like it's like who's the chosen one?
The ugly laugh. Yes.
But
But
yeah.
like, and somebody else said to me, they were like, I don't like the term chosen ones. And they brought up a good point. They said it's like trying to like within the spiritual community, it's like you either come off too woo-woo or kind of like what you mentioned with somebody, it's almost like they're a little too know-it-all-y to where you feel like you can't really like, it's like you're
Well,
not
that's
really
why
like
you have
having
to
a good,
be the sign of a true chosen one. Because I don't like the term either, but it's
it's
like,
just we all
but
are,
right,
right?
but like the sign of a true chosen one is like extreme humility, right? It's like
Yeah.
we've had to be fucking humbled like crazy, dude. We don't think we're better than other people. That's why it's like such a paradox of that connotation, that term. It's because it's like I'm the chosen one. It's like, dude, I no, I'm just like I'm a volunteer. I came here to liberate
I'm a,
humanity
s-
from
I'm a
their
student.
sick. Yeah, I'm a student, I'm a teacher. I'm everything. I am.
I'm a lover.
I'm a mother. And then.
But like, you know what I mean? It's like I don't know. I just wish people uh,
But also, but don't get it twisted. You are very unique and special too at the same time because who the fuck else has to go through this shit?
you have to it's a fine line of knowing that like everybody has to know and just know that you are the chosen one. You're not better than anybody else, right? We're not going to take any shit or have people cross our boundaries, but it's also you're the star. You know what I mean? You're the fucking star, so act like it. In your own mind, you're the most important. You're not going to
You
treat
have to
people
be.
accordingly.
You have
Yeah,
to
it's
be.
like,
Otherwise, your reality is going to shit bricks on you.
yes. And it's again, starting with your physical form as well. When you look good, you feel good.
100%.
That's it.
I've
So,
I've noticed this thing on TikTok that there's these it's like a series of these girls that are like I don't even want to call them pick me's because that's not what this is. This is like self-deprecating women who hate themselves
yeah,
that they talk about, how they don't have pretty privilege and they're like I'm not a conventionally attractive woman and this is like blah blah blah. It's like a whole series. Like for some reason I don't even know how my FYP picked this one up, but I think it's like it was a very interesting thing for me because I was kind of looking at her and I'm like, no, she has very, very beautiful features, but she let herself go. She doesn't
yeah,
put on makeup. She doesn't do her hair. She
yeah,
doesn't dress nice. If she
yeah.
were to actually take care of herself, fuck yeah,
Literally
she
me.
would. She would be. No, 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 no. But it's like,
No, I know.
but it's like she would be.
It's like you have to still. I'm glad you said it like that because that wasn't insulting at all. It's like even with nothing, say that you're a beauty queen. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Well,
That's why
Gaffey,
it's
Gaffey,
like,
you're gorgeous and you know it. And that's different.
but that's why I'm saying like people that try to keep you with nothing so you can't look your best, you can't afford to look your best
Well, it's like
so
you
that you
know that's why
can't
they
feel
did
your
that to
best.
you. That you
Yeah.
know. It's because it's like, dude, you're a fucking superstar. You ooze star potential and you know it. You know that you're destined for greatness. And that knowing is
Yep.
what has like kept that, momentum like alive. It's so because for me, like when all this shit was going down with me, when I was being like, like looking in the mirror seeing a donkey ogre witch, like it was like I knew. I knew in my heart of hearts, I'm like, I know I'm destined for fucking greatness, and I refuse to lay down and let these witches steal my destiny.
Yep.
Like
And it's
over my dead body, literally.
yeah. And hearing you say that about those women, the first thing I thought of was you're not conventionally attractive because that's what you're saying. That's what your body is hearing. Every
Mhm.
time you speak, it's like I heard somebody say it's like your DNA is like recalculating itself into the words that you're speaking
People have
over your
forgotten
own
who they
body.
are, dude. You have to speak
Yeah.
life into yourself. You have to speak beauty and love. It's like this is like what like this realm is designed to make you forget. It's about consumerism. That's why when you are transitioning into the new earth frequency, it's
Yep.
like it is a game, dude. But it's the game of creation. The only rules are do no harm to others, and
Yep.
you must create. You must. You must treat
Yep.
yourself with love and respect because you are the universe. And so
Yeah.
that's the only rules of the game of New Earth. And it's like every like all is one, all is in symbiosis, right? So it's like people like that are trapped in the realm of distortion, which is basically like majority of the world, is it's like they sell you the truth back to you to get you to come into agreement that you are not already perfect, whole, and complete as you are, because you are.
Yep.
It's like when you remember that you're actually one with fucking God and like you like you can manifest beauty, dude.
Yeah, and it's like people just have to get clear off your lenses. Everybody's beautiful in their own way, but yeah, it's like speak that over yourself because you deserve to think that you are beautiful. But like you said, you have to you have to do it when you don't feel it because
Mhm.
that's spiritual warfare. It's going to push you back so that you don't feel it. Like how people who are it's kind of making me think of like people when you fall into depression and you don't want to brush your teeth or take a shower,
Yeah.
you got to do it anyway. And it's like
Mhm.
if you have to set an alarm, I was just talking about this on a live, like set a compliment alarm, kind of like a birth control one, which nobody should be taking birth control.
Yeah.
It's killing your organs slowly. Same with Ozempic has reptilian DNA. Who the
Does
fuck
it?
said that? It's not even that's been spoken on. Alex just told me people who risked their lives, this is factual information, allegedly. They're putting reptilian DNA in these weight loss shots.
I
And it's
believe it.
literally
I believe it,
it's
dude.
disintegrating, dude. It's disintegrating people's bones.
Dude, I fucking
Don't
believe
quote
it.
me.
There's because for me, it's like that's a whole other thing, dude. Because that's why my fitness journey has been so important to me because I've struggled with eating disorders my whole life. I've used this fear to, be because it's like I literally was bulimic since I was 12. And it's like I took Adderall, I got addicted to Adderall because I didn't like I just wanted to get skinny and I did. I got really skinny
Yeah.
on it and I looked good. And
Yeah.
but here's the
Yeah.
thing about
Same.
God,
Yeah.
that God had to get me off all pharmaceuticals because like it
He
was
was
like
just
God
letting you trip.
well, God had to show me that pharmakia will keep you trapped in the devil's realm. Anything.
Yes.
Like so I had to get off antidepressants, I had to get off everything.
Yeah.
And so it's like so I've like literally full blown like and then of course when I started my weight loss journey in pretty recently, I was tempted to take and it appeared in my reality multiple times of people offering me to get peptide shots. And there was a part of me that was like, oh, like but I knew my awareness was like, this is a test. This is a test. And I
Yeah.
had and it's like and it's a fuck no. Because I learned from the past, no such thing as shortcuts.
Yeah.
If you want it, you gotta earn it. And and
Yeah.
so and so I was like, fuck, let's go. And so I doubled down on my nutrition and guess what? I'm building the body of my dreams and it feels that
Yeah.
much better because I did it without that.
Yeah. Yes. And I relate to that so much too. Like with the Adderall, it's like, you know what I mean? I love, but also with the raging ADHD, it was like the best of both worlds of
I
like
do miss it
feeling
for the focus, man. The focus part was good, but it's like,
the
that's one
diet
that
can
I'm
do
still
the
kind of like,
same.
man.
Yeah. 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 But it's like, once you really do, like, I mean, fasting and not being on anything, if I knew how I felt now back then, and be like, especially everything that like you said, Big Pharma does for your teeth, it's designed to really just decay everything.
Yeah,
And
totally.
it's like people who I get people that need a lot of people that need just medications like post addiction, you know what I mean? But it's like we need to figure out something to get these people off of that as well.
Oh,
So to
dude.
where they're
Well,
not.
well, majority of the U.S. is a freaking science experiment. Let's just call it what it is. But it's like majority of people, they cannot say that they are not on anything. Majority of people are on some form of prescription. When
Right.
I'm at a place where I'm like, I understand that Mother Nature heals us. There's
Yeah.
God has put everything to heal us naturally.
Yeah.
And also within our own power. We can heal
Yeah.
ourselves. We are our own healer,
Literally by
right?
what you're speaking over yourself.
Yeah,
And
totally.
it sounds stupid to people, but it's like, say that you're the baddest motherfucker walking. Not to quote The Rock because fuck that bitch, but it's like say something for 30 days and see how you look. I'm the most beautiful person. You know what I mean? And it's like really look at how you look from day 1 and day 30 and like yeah, but you got to embrace being uncomfortable as well. Because when your body is uncomfortable and you feel sick, your body's literally just like you know what I mean? Like recalculating things. And it's I don't know if you've seen Joe Rogan's podcast where he talks about people who have overcome addiction and it's like your DNA post that versus somebody who's never been on any substances. It's like you're literally transforming into a superhuman.
Totally.
It's like, but it's also just knowing that you don't need these things. And it's like getting out, just don't be afraid to be uncomfortable. And if not, God will force you to be uncomfortable. That's where I've learned. Cause don't you feel like when you were on Adderall, that's what I was going to say. It's like God was just watching you, like, all right, kid, you
Right.
have your fun. I'm coming for you. And it's like, you know what I mean?
Totally.
Test after test that we're like not seeing. And it's like, me, Adderall, weed all the time. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's tower. See you later.
I feel like I have like the awareness now where it's like I can see the patterns so easily now because of how much clarity that I have. Where it's like the whole thing with the peptide shots. I saw that as a test from a mile away. I was like, bro, devil, get the fuck away from me. You know, it's like that's what I'm saying is like the devil technically works for God. Is because it's
Yep.
like the devil doesn't do anything. The devil offers you a choice. And it's like and then when it comes to like the people the devil like that serve the devil, that
Yep.
is their choice. It's like it's the people that are, are choosing to do that are choosing to do
Yeah.
evil, you know?
Um, what was I just gonna say? Damn it. So sorry. It was literally with what you were saying. Oh, about that, not to sound ignorant, but the peptide, is that like a collagen peptide, but in a shot form? I feel like,
And it was just the weight loss ones to curb your appetite. So I didn't really do
oh,
I
okay.
didn't do any research into it really because I
Yeah,
knew that
don't.
it wasn't for me, you know.
Yep.
Um, but I want to start wrapping this up here. After speaking about all of this, I just want to say thank you, Gaff, because your story has been so inspiring to me. The fact that you have maintained this delusional self-belief, because there's a part of your soul and spirit that knows that that's the truth. That's literally the
Yeah.
key to get back into alignment with who you actually are, which is capable of anything that you put your mind
Yep.
to all mentality. And it's
Yep.
like remember your innateness, your true power of creation. I think what these people like, and I need to be reminded sometimes too of like remember
Yep.
who you are, dude. It's
Yeah.
like anything that you pray for, know that you've already received it. Know it. Do
Yep.
not doubt. Doubt will kill everything. Doubt and fear.
And it's like where to start again when the spiritual warfare kicks in. Say it out loud. Say it out loud as if it already happened. Whatever
Mhm.
you want, speak it out into existence like a memory. And that's where to start, right?
Totally.
Uh,
100%. Well, do you have anything else to say? Any final words?
I know, dude, our catchphrase now,
Yeah.
believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself. I love you. Thank you, Gaff, so much for being on here. I love you so much.
I love
Mwah.
you, dude.